Welcome back to another yoga therapy story. This time I want to share a story about how active rest can be a path to healing. And in this story I talk about how deep rest meditation and the healing dialogue are profound practices that calm down the nervous system through active rest. And this allows you to soften patterns that are deeply held within your body. And this is the way that it can help you to feel better. So at the beginning of July 2020, I had my 4th yoga therapy training week that included a 4-day rest and revitalize sleep meditation training. And that is a fusion between different yoga nidra methods transformed into RRSM in a more feminine way by Anne Douglas. It was a fantastic in-depth training in which everything was welcome. Nothing was rigid and we were allowed to bring in our own ideas. And we had a lot of contact and practice with the fellow students. And the beauty of sleep meditation, which I now call deep rest meditation, is that you lie or sit comfortably and quietly travel through your body. And here, during that journey, it's okay if you fall asleep, because that is what your body needs most in that moment. And the subconscious also always picks something up from the practice, so there's no need to resist anything. You can just practice the practice, and whatever you pick up, you pick up. And during this practice, all the koshas, all the bodies, the physical body, the energetic, the emotional, the thinking, and the bliss body can be visited, depending on where you're guided. So in that journey, all these bodies can come to rest, and in this rest, the nervous system can also completely calm down too. And it's our nervous system that plays a major role in stress and tension that we experience in our body. And as long as that nervous system remains overstimulated and constantly activated, and that can be with chronic tension, pain, anxiety, high blood pressure, stress, burnout, with this activation, the body cannot let go and will not let go. And with regard to releasing tension and relieving pain, there's also this idea that we have to strengthen, to turn the tension into strength instead of tension. But that doesn't always work either, because in some cases, adding tension just is adding more tension and makes it more tense. And that doesn't mean that running or fitness or boxing or whatever you enjoy doing is a bad idea. But when it comes to making long-term changes in your body from a place of relaxation, something needs to calm down at nervous system level. Your body needs to feel safe to release old patterns that it has created over time, but it doesn't need anymore. And another part of that training was also a healing dialogue. And that is a conversation with your feelings or your thoughts. So during that meditation, you can enter into that conversation with either a discomfort, a sensation, a thought, or an emotion that you are experiencing. And you bring your attention to what you are experiencing and what happens next. So it's a very objective practice. And sometimes not so much happens, as I experienced in my first session, because I mentally decided what I wanted to work on, and that didn't really work. And then another time, in another session, it did work, and I could feel my body there and the sensations that emerged, and I was brought back to like a frightened 8-year-old version of me that was just like experiencing a fear and felt herself kind of disappearing in space around her. And as I could stay completely with those sensations and being able to share that made it a really special experience. To feel the fear that I could feel in my body and allow that to kind of dissolve, because I was there with my awareness, with my attention, and I was in a safe space. So the fear could slowly dissolve. It's an experience of how everything changes in the moment when you bring your attention to it. It's kind of like how movement enters into thought, into the emotion, into the sensation, And that movement changes the experience that you're having. It's like an unwinding. So the healing effect of rest has become even clearer to me. So we don't only work with muscles and with fascia, but it's about working with the nervous system and how to bring that back into balance by creating a sense of safety so that your entire system can function more optimally. And that is, in my opinion and in my experience, what the deep rest meditation can do. So if you've become interested, feel free to check out my website, and you can join a monthly class that I teach, depending on which language. There's one in Dutch, Spanish, and English available. And feel free to share any questions or anything that you want to share in the comments below, or reach out and send me an email. And thank you so much for listening, and I wish you a lovely day.